fun for Gallup.
Tom Cameron Quaid.
Brett Huntley. David Benson, John Chen. Tom Brokaw.
A long way from home. War takes no holiday. Christmas Eve with U.S. troops on patrol in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Korea's no man's land. Countdown to Christmas. How things are moving tonight at America's airports and the nation's cash registers. And bright lights, big city.
Well, Merry Christmas, baby.
A place where home for the holidays holds a special kind of joy.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with John Siegenthaler.
Good evening, everyone. As Americans prepare for Christmas this year by traveling great distances to be with family or making those last-minute trips to the mall, in Rome, the leader of the Catholic Church delivered a message of peace. It is already Christmas at the Vatican, where Pope Benedict is celebrating midnight mass. Earlier today, he urged everyone to welcome Christmas by overcoming their prejudices. Here at home, tens of thousands of American families are thinking about their loved ones in the military, spending this holiday in harm's way, a long way from home. We begin our broadcast tonight with a view from several outposts where U.S. troops are on duty this Christmas Eve. NBC's Jim Maceda joins us tonight from Camp Falcon on the outskirts of Baghdad. Hi, Jim.
John, this is one of the most dangerous parts of Baghdad for U.S. soldiers marking Christmas here at Camp Falcon and for those Iraqi Christians caught in sectarian crossfire. The violence in Iraq takes no holiday, and on this Christmas Eve, at least 20 more Iraqis were killed in clashes, roadside and suicide bombings. So were 4 more American soldiers, including one near Camp Falcon, a hub in the fight against Sunni insurgents and Shiite militia. At a Sunday service on base today, Christmas carols, and a special prayer for those going outside the wire every day.
Tomorrow, and who are out right now, and who are on the gates, who are up in the towers, overwatching us.
Also caught up in the chaos, thousands of Iraqi Christian families who celebrate Christmas despite their homes being searched for weapons by U.S. and Iraqi forces, and their churches bombed by Islamic extremists. Like many here, the Abdul Munam family prefers to stay at home. Too afraid to shop for gifts, they will force themselves to go to church tomorrow. We're afraid of the streets, says Basima, of car bombs, IEDs, and maybe the church will be full of people and become a target. Between missions, some of the 3,000 soldiers at Camp Falcon tried to muster a little Christmas spirit. And some are counting their blessings, like Captain Murray and Captain Murray. Husband and wife deployed at different bases. Their Christmas gift, just seeing each other.
Compared to those soldiers whose spouses are back in the, in the States, we are luckier.
And tonight on base, a candlelight service for peace, however remote. And tomorrow it will be more missions inside Dora nearby, a town that's become a magnet for insurgents, death squads, and Al-Qaeda. And oh yes, a Christmas meal. John?
NBC's Jim Maceda. Jim, thank you. From Iraq, we head to Afghanistan and another difficult and dangerous mission for American troops a long way from home. NBC's Martin Fletcher is in Jalalabad with the 10th Mountain Division. Hi, Martin.
Hey, John, good evening. It's a white Christmas for many of the American soldiers in Afghanistan, but there's nothing romantic about it. They're in the freezing mountains facing the Taliban. Here at the logistics base at Jalalabad Airfield, though, it's a bit warmer and a lot jollier.
Talking about Rudolph and red-nosed reindeer.
It's a double message, Christmas in the war zone. The Christmas message is of peace and goodwill to all mankind.
Very good.
But today, American soldiers in eastern Afghanistan continued their efforts to project power countrywide while building up local security forces to take over.
Did you guys also receive the long underwear, the socks, and the boots for your men?
Outside, Sergeant Anderson explained why America is investing so much money and equipment in building up the Afghan police force. One day, America will leave.
You guys are the security of Afghanistan.
Back at the base at Jalalabad Airfield, soldiers just back from the mountains after weeks at war with the Taliban took a moment to celebrate the day.
Look at that. That reminds me just like home.
Hey, number 4!
crowd by the firing range.
Play ball!
A chance to relax, to forget the war beyond the walls. But it gets rough here too. Uh-oh, time to send in the sub, Specialist Holly Chapman with the Indiana National Guard.
Hey, good luck.
Thanks.
I think you're going to need it.
I don't think I need much.
Well, maybe a little. When it got dark, some went to chapel, praying for their comrades not lucky enough to be here in the base on Christmas Eve, but out under the stars in the icy mountains, defending the government of Afghanistan.
Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us...
Once a year, a soldier here gets to go home to see his family for 2 weeks. No wonder holidays like Christmas mean so much. But several soldiers said to me they have family here too, their friends, their comrades. John?
NBC's Martin Fletcher. Martin, thank you. Now from Afghanistan, we move to the Korean Peninsula, the no man's land between North and South Korea, where thousands of U.S. troops will spend this Christmas. NBC's Martin Savage joins us from the demilitarized zone. Hello, Martin.
Morning, John. Merry Christmas from the DMZ here. It might surprise a lot of Americans to know that there are over 28,000 U.S. troops that are serving in South Korea. Also perhaps surprising is the fact that though North and South observe a ceasefire, they've never signed a peace agreement, which means technically they are still at war.
Christmas Eve in Korea. Instead of a gift, Sergeant Shane Gillens gets a gun. He and 10 other soldiers gear up to patrol the DMZ.
In the Army, it becomes another day of the year.
We know that we're looking and trying to identify infiltration points that the North Koreans may possibly be using.
The only way any of these men will be home for Christmas is in their dreams. The team moves out into steep terrain. Winter has stripped the trees and brush, making the patrol easy to spot and hear. In the DMZ, the greatest dangers are stepping on a landmine, bumping into a North Korean patrol, or straying into North Korea itself. Rusty yellow signs are the only warning they've reached the dividing line. Soldiers look for evidence someone's been here, broken branches, footprints, or stop and use their ears.
We're listening for any signs of the enemy, or if we can smell any fires burning or anything like that.
The team does find hints of movement. Whether it was another patrol or something else isn't clear.
3 Bravo set.
They'll report it.
Here we go.
Back at camp,
Laughing all the way.
Christmas has come thanks to the Red Cross.
Thank you, thank you.
While tonight another patrol will go out as they always do, to stand watch over freedom's frontier.
I think you can take it to heart that your families are probably pretty proud that you're the one standing on the fence, making sure that everyone else can have a Christmas. So take pride in that.
This may not be an active war like Iraq or Afghanistan, but it should be noted that if there were to be another Korean War, the estimates are that 10,000 people would die in the first hour. There is a tremendous threat here, and it's guarded every day, whether that be Christmas or otherwise. John?
NBC's Martin Savage in the DMZ for us tonight. Martin, thank you. This Christmas Eve, the White House is facing challenges around the globe, and in the coming days, the president is expected to make some important foreign policy decisions. NBC's Kevin Cork joins us from the White House with that story. Good evening, Kevin.
John, good evening to you. A number of geopolitical events happening around the globe, never far from the president's attention, even though, as you know, he is now preparing to take a short Christmas break to Crawford, Texas. While on vacation, we're told by White House officials that he'll receive a number of Iraq war policy suggestions. He'll be going over them ahead of Thursday's planned meeting with his war cabinet. A solemn reminder of war at a time when many Americans are celebrating a holiday of peace. Saying he was proud of their service, the president telephoned members of the U.S. military stationed across the globe this Christmas Eve. But with more violence in Iraq, the calls were in sharp contrast to the hostile international political picture the president faces, from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan to nuclear brinksmanship with North Korea and Iran.
Eventually, we're going to have to address Iran.
And how do we do that? They're probably going to become a nuclear power. We're going to have to face that reality.
A reality brought into sharp focus today as Iranian President Ahmadinejad vowed to continue his country's nuclear program in direct defiance of Saturday's UN sanctions. This resolution will not harm Iran, and those who backed it will soon regret their superficial act, he said. In response, the White House warned Iran's comments will only further isolate it from the unified international community. This as the president continues to contemplate a major troop surge to help quell the ongoing violence in Iraq. After Saturday's meeting with the Secretary of Defense, Robert Gates, and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Peter Pace, one plan now strongly being considered would add 5 American brigades along with additional Iraqi forces, up to 30,000 troops in all, to help secure Baghdad. But lawmakers remain divided on the idea.
Adding as many as 30,000 troops to the Baghdad area would be a mistake.
But South Carolina Republican Senator Lindsey Graham said more troops are overdue.
We've never had enough troops to begin with. We paid a price for that.
More troops, just part of the potentially major shift on Iraq the president is now considering. And that's the key issue for this White House. Will more troops now pay big dividends in the long run? That's something the president will consider this week as he tries to map out that strategy for a new way forward in Iraq, John.
NBC's Kevin Cork at the White House for us. Kevin, thank you. Other news tonight. A newspaper in Spain is reporting that a prominent Spanish surgeon has been rushed to Cuba to try to stop a downturn in Fidel Castro's fragile health, and that the Cuban leader may need more surgery. Castro, now 80 years old, underwent emergency stomach surgery over the summer. He still appeared quite weak in these video images released several weeks later. He has skipped recent public appearances, and some U.S. officials believe he may be near death. A first arrest tonight linked to the case of Alexander Litvinenko, the ex-KGB spy who was poisoned to death. This man, an Italian named Mario Scarmella, is arrested in Naples on arms trafficking charges as he flew home for Christmas. He's now in jail in Rome. He had met with the victim on the day he got sick and was himself hospitalized for several days when he too showed signs of radiation poisoning. When NBC Nightly News continues on this Christmas Eve, the holiday that almost wasn't for thousands of travelers, how air traffic is moving tonight. Also, last-minute shopping and news about how much money Americans are spending this weekend. And later, why this Christmas is different in the Holy Land.
When Dad was first diagnosed with Alzheimer's, I thought, what if I have to put him in a nursing home? I talked to his doctor and found out more about prescription Aricept.
It's thought that Aricept may reduce the breakdown of a vital chemical in the brain. As the disease advances and more nerve cells that make this chemical are lost, the overall effect of Aricept may lessen.
Our doctor said Aricept was one treatment option for mild to moderate Alzheimer's disease. Studies show it helps maintain overall function, which may include effects on memory and behavior. Aricept is well tolerated, but not for everyone. People at risk for stomach ulcers or who take certain other medicines should tell their doctors because serious stomach problems such as bleeding may get worse. Some people may experience fainting. Common side effects are nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, not sleeping well, muscle cramps, feeling tired, or not feeling hungry. In studies, these were usually mild and temporary. Don't wait. Ask your doctor about Aricept. If it helps him be more like himself longer, that's everything to us.
Putting breaking news into the hands of 1 million readers a day, Carl is a formidable man. But he was no match for something smaller than a drop of ink. It KO'd Carl so fast he didn't know what hit him. It was a clot. Like Carl, if you've been hospitalized with heart-related chest pain or a certain type of heart attack, what doctors call ACS, chances are you've had a clot. But now, Carl's doctor is helping increase Carl's protection against heart attack or stroke by putting Carl on Plavix. Plavix, in combination with aspirin and other heart medicines, helps provide greater protection against heart attack or stroke than aspirin and other heart medicines alone, by helping keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots.
If you have a stomach ulcer or other condition that causes bleeding, you shouldn't use Plavix. When taking Plavix alone or with some medicines, including aspirin, the risk of bleeding may increase. To minimize this risk, talk to your doctor before taking aspirin or other medicines with Plavix. Additional rare but serious side effects could occur.
Ask your doctor about Plavix today, because no matter how formidable you are, you're no match for a dangerous clot.
If you take Plavix with aspirin, continuing to do so will help increase your protection against a future heart attack or stroke. Beyond aspirin and your other heart medicines alone, you may be feeling better, but your risk never goes away. Help stay protected. Stay with Plavix.
Back now with NBC News In Depth tonight and a snapshot of how many in America spent the final hours before Christmas shopping and traveling. First, the rush to get home. As we reported on this broadcast last night, thousands have been stranded this weekend at Denver International Airport after that blizzard, and that has had a ripple effect at other major airports across the country. We have two reports tonight. First, NBC's Jennifer London is at LAX in Los Angeles with more on air traffic across the country. Good evening, Jennifer.
John, good evening to you. Good news for travelers tonight. The FAA reports there are no major delays across the nation's airports. And we can show you a snapshot of how many planes are in the air right now. Each green dot represents a plane that may be carrying eager travelers hoping to make it home in time for Christmas. In Denver, however, hundreds are still stranded from last week's storm. Still, there are some who were lucky enough to make it home in time. At Los Angeles International Airport today, a holiday homecoming for weary passengers traveling from Denver.
When I got off the plane, it was just an amazing feeling.
The record blizzard that shut down Denver's airport for nearly 2 days left thousands of passengers stranded, including Stephanie Solomus, who spent the last 4 days trying to get home. Sunshine and warm weather, a welcome sight.
I'm just excited to take my sweatshirt off and have some good home-cooked food, and that's what I want to do right now, see my family.
By yesterday afternoon, Denver's two largest airlines, United and Frontier, were back in business at full capacity, flying a combined 1,200 flights in and out of the airport. But that created new problems for travelers.
This is the end of the line for security.
Check-in and security lines of up to 4 hours long. And back at LAX,
the sun is shining. We're going to have our Christmas together, and we're really, really happy that she got in.
A holiday wish come true. Holiday traffic has been busier than normal at LAX. Still, the security and check-in lines are running smoothly. And late word from Denver tonight, the security and check-in lines there are down to about 20 minutes. Still, the real test, John, will come on Tuesday when many of those stranded passengers return to the airport to try and get a flight home after Christmas.
NBC's Jennifer London at LAX tonight. Jennifer, thank you. Now to the other big story we've been following, holiday shopping. And if you haven't finished yours yet, it may be too late. NBC's Lisa Daniels is outside our studios on Rockefeller Plaza with the latest numbers on holiday shopping. Lisa, good evening to you.
Good evening, John. It was a race to the finish line for many shoppers. They waited, they procrastinated, then at the last minute, they scrambled, and in the end, retailers did pretty well. Take a look at this number. Shoppers spent a whopping $8.72 billion yesterday. Experts say that number is actually on target to beat last year's holiday shopping season, and that's good news for retailers, especially because December got off to a slow start. But remember, Christmas falls on a Monday, so shoppers actually had an extra weekend day to get things done, and retailers made it very easy for them, offering big discounts and promotions. They also did something else. They made it very convenient. They opened stores early and they closed them late, and that all helped. But if you're a die-hard bargain hunter like I must admit I am, then you know that the best bargains begin Tuesday, the day after Christmas and beyond. Of course, Santa is long gone by then. So for tonight, take a look behind me. You can see that there are lots and lots of tourists, not a lot of shoppers, people preferring to stay home and be with family rather than hanging out in the mall. John?
NBC's Lisa Daniels in New York tonight. Lisa, thank you. When we come back, Christmas in Bethlehem, and later, in a place where so many have lost so much, Americans determined to bring the holiday back home.
If you have a history of smoking and breathing problems, it could be COPD, which includes chronic bronchitis and emphysema. Discover Spiriva, the only once-daily inhaled maintenance prescription treatment for COPD. Spiriva keeps airways open to help you breathe better for a full 24 hours. And it's not a steroid. Spiriva does not replace fast-acting inhalers for sudden symptoms. Tell your doctor about your medicines, including eye drops and illnesses like glaucoma, urinary, and prostate problems. These may worsen with Spiriva. The most common side effect is dry mouth. Others include constipation and problems passing urine. If you have vision changes or eye pain, your breathing suddenly worsens, you get hives, or your throat or tongue swells, stop taking Spiriva and contact your doctor. Spiriva is one of many treatment options to consider with your doctor. So make a habit of breathing better. with Spiriva.
Campbell's Green Bean Casserole. Make some holiday magic.
Hey, McMillan, you gelling?
I'm gelling and zinfandelling, and so's my new bride, Ellen McMillan.
I'm so happy my eyes are welling.
Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are so soft, they make your feet feel outrageously comfortable.
I'm gelling.
You're so not gelling.
Dr. Scholl's.
I saw a woman who was raped.
Then they threw her child in the fire.
I lost all my family.
All of them were killed.
The government just wants us to disappear.
And die. Somebody.
Somebody.
Somebody. Come and save us.
You're looking at the scene tonight in Bethlehem's Manger Square, a traditional destination for crowds of Christmas tourists. This year, the crowds are gathering, but they're noticeably smaller, and the mood is gloomier, the violence and political tensions in the Middle East taking their toll. NBC's Mike Betcher is in Bethlehem tonight.
Bethlehem put on its Christmas fest. Parades wound through Manger Square in honor of the thousands of pilgrims who came here to visit what the Bible calls the birthplace of Jesus Christ. But this celebration does not hide for long the truth of Bethlehem's despair. Palestinian power struggles, Israeli restrictions, and an international boycott of the militant Hamas government have all combined to make Bethlehem and other Palestinian towns economic disaster zones. And the threat of violence has scared away many Christian pilgrims. Bethlehem's mayor is outspoken about it.
So we have about 65% of unemployment in the city now. 70% of the people live below poverty line. That's why this Christmas is not joyful as we wanted it to be.
The Al-Hadwa family tries to put the best face on the situation for the kids. Husband Samya and wife Rosa are government workers who haven't been paid in 10 months. Uncle Basil worries about the kids.
We're on Christmas here. You're supposed to take your kids to the department stores, buy them gifts. This is the tradition. We didn't buy them nothing. It's not because we don't want to buy them nothing. It's because we don't have the money to buy them anything. And this is really hard.
This Christmas was very hard for us and for the children. My wish next year that this will never happen again.
The general feeling in Bethlehem, things couldn't get much worse. So next year can only be better. That is the hope and the prayer of a little town called Bethlehem. Mike Betcher, NBC News, Bethlehem.
Up next, bringing the spirit of Christmas home.
I didn't know what it was called. I just knew something was going on with my legs. I'd get strange sensations, a constant urge to move that wouldn't let me relax. Then my brother told me he has restless leg syndrome and that it can run in families. He also said that could be why I had trouble getting to sleep at night. If these symptoms of RLS sound familiar, do what I did. See your doctor or visit restlesslegs.com for more info.
When I wear black, I don't want flakes, but I do want healthy hair.
Then switch to Selsun Blue Salon.
So soft, so rich.
No flakes, no itch.
Maximum dandruff relief, rich with vitamins and moisturizers. Selsun Blue Salon. Never wear black without the blue.
If you have a cold and high blood pressure, you should know that decongestants in these cold medicines can raise your blood pressure. So why take them? Take decongestant-free Corcetin HBP. Powerful cold relief that won't raise your blood pressure.
Putting breaking news into the hands of 1 million readers a day, Carl is a formidable man, but he was no match for something smaller than a drop of ink. It KO'd Carl so fast he didn't know what hit him. It was a clot. Like Carl, if you've been hospitalized with heart-related chest pain or a certain type of heart attack, what doctors call ACS, chances are you've had a clot. But now, Carl's doctor is helping increase Carl's protection against heart attack or stroke by putting Carl on Plavix. Plavix, in combination with aspirin and other heart medicines, helps provide greater protection against heart attack or stroke than aspirin and other heart medicines alone by helping keep blood platelets from sticking together and forming clots.
If you have a stomach ulcer or other condition that causes bleeding, you shouldn't use Plavix. When taking Plavix alone or with some medicines, including aspirin, the risk of bleeding may increase. To minimize this risk, talk to your doctor before taking aspirin or other medicines with Plavix. Additional rare but serious side effects could occur.
Ask your doctor about Plavix today, because no matter how formidable you are, you're no match for a dangerous clot.
When politicians talk, they talk to today. And Thursday, John Edwards, live. His answer to the big question, only on Today on NBC.
The softer side of the Marines. NBC Nightly News Tuesday.
In New Orleans this year, there has been a rush on Christmas tree stands. And that, say researchers who track these things, is big news. It means people who left after Katrina are coming home to stay. NBC's Ron Mott found the same spirit there this Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas, baby.
On the streets of New Orleans, sounds of Christmas.
Surely treat me nice.
Still bittersweet.
I'm home. This is Christmas.
Darlene Wright's FEMA trailer in the 9th Ward.
Because this is the government's trailer, so I gotta tape them up.
Inspiring, in a way.
I come out here at night, and just to see them blink. This is my tree that I'm most excited about. Ta-da! That's my tree, and I'm so in love with it.
In Lakeview,
the home that was here won the prize for the best Christmas decorations in the city of New Orleans.
Virgil Russell's neighbor's house of 50 years. Gone now.
They just come back every once in a while and just drive by and look at it and cry.
Right now, we don't have the Christmas spirit. It's just that the family is just so displaced right now.
This holiday season, Albert Hagan found a reason to rejoice.
Well, I'll be doggone. That's my mother.
It's my home. I will be home.
In New Orleans East, the Perezes, Mary and Joseph, still decorate their unfinished house.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful.
And we'll be home shortly, really home.
Maybe not for Christmas, but
we'll be home for Easter.
Jazz legend Pete Fountain lost his home, his health, even his music to Katrina.
This year is the best year in a long time because last year I moved 8 times.
But he's playing I'll Be Home for Christmas once more, believing that there is hope enough for New Orleans to celebrate this year. Ron Mott, NBC News.
That's NBC Nightly News for this Christmas Eve Sunday. Thanks for watching. I'm John Siegenthaler reporting from New York. I'll see you again next weekend, if not before. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
NBC News, America's news leader.
Eagles, Cowboys, T.O. versus his former team. A Christmas Day NFL special.
I don't think you're going to want to miss a minute of it.
It's just an extra special treat under the tree.
These cows aren't just making milk. They're Kraft cows, and they're on a mission to deliver the delicious dairy goodness of Kraft singles to your family. Kraft American singles have double the calcium of many other American slices, plus vitamin D to help grow strong bones. And that mild, creamy taste, no kid or mom can resist. Mission accomplished. Kraft Singles, herds of calcium.
All I want is my TV, internet, and phone from one company.
All my calls, my internet, even my TV for one low price? That's what I want.
All I want is to be free of cable.
At Verizon, we've got what you want. Phone service you can count on, high-speed internet, and now even TV. All on one bill for under $105 a month. So there's no reason to be stuck with cable anymore.
All I want is something better.
Phone.